Hi everyone, welcome to a Vinyl Finds of All Kinds, where I'm going to show you some records that I recently got. And I'm going to start by showing a few records by the Bee Gees. And before I start, I want to say, I have one of my friends here, J.D. Thompson, who's very much into the Bee Gees, and she's a huge fan. And she's been really kind of uh, asking me to really give them a chance because I already know their big hits. I know this stuff from the '70s, but she was saying try them out. She thinks being a Beatles fan, and I really appreciate them. So I picked this up, which is pretty good. It's a mono. You should notice that. First of all, the Bee Gees first, mono in shrink. So this is a really nice copy of this record. I'll tell you, this one I have not heard yet, but as we go along, I'll tell you ones that I have heard. It's got the Atco inner sleeve. And here's the pressing, which I'm pretty sure is a first press. Tell me if it's not. On the Atco label. As I say, this particular album, not familiar with, uh, but I did play one of the other ones already that I picked up. And that one will be this one, also in shrink wrap. It's Idea by the Bee Gees. And this album was pretty good. I'm not going to say too much about it right now because I might be doing another in my series where I talk about first time listens, first time spins of certain records that I've heard. This is purple and orange, or purple and tan and white. Okay, next up we have Best of the Bee Gees, but this is interesting because as you'll notice, it says it's a DJ copy and it's mono. Although there's a stereo at the top. That's pretty funny. The jacket actually says, something different from the record. As you can see, white label promo. And I'm told that the mono versions are different than the stereo versions in this case, which often happens. So that's going to be interesting to hear, at least the songs that I know well, hear what they sound like in mono instead of stereo. Final Bee Gees album is Main Course, a later album, and of course, right off the bat, it's got a couple of songs that I really like on here. It says it right there, Jive Talking and Nights on Broadway. Nights on Broadway, especially, might be one of my very favorite Bee Gees songs. And of course, this one is on the RSO later label. Okay, next up, I really got what I consider to be a good deal. It's a Jimi Hendrix record. Okay, that's totally different. We're from Bee Gees to Hendrix. And it's a record I've been looking for a long time in great condition. And I have not been able to find it in great condition. It's the classic Are You Experienced? This is an original. And it's not in good shape, really. Uh, I got it for $3. Now, I mean, it actually looks better here on the camera than it does, I guess, in person. Cover, at least, is not perfect, but um, the record is on the tricolor label from Reprise or Reprise. And when I say it's not perfect, I mean this record was cleaned nicely, and I played the entire record, which to me is going to be on my list of my top records of all time. Non-Beatles top favorites. This is just a great record, great album, and there's a little surface noise. What do you want for $3? But no skips or anything like that. And in a way, it's kind of interesting to hear a beloved album like this that obviously got a lot of plays back when it was new. It still sounds pretty good. So it's always difficult to get this album in really immaculate shape, an original tricolor. So what I figure is I'll keep this for now, and if I ever get that time when I get an album, it's going to be kind of expensive. That's kind of mint, whether it's $50, $75 or whatever. Uh, I'm gonna go for it because it's an excellent album. Okay, you Elvis fans, I haven't been showing that much Elvis lately, but I picked up a 45 in a picture sleeve, and it's a funny one. Okay, it's something everybody's gonna have a good time with. Let's get down and do the clam from the movie Girl Happy, or as it says here, coming soon, Girl Happy album. Love that kind of hype. I love Elvis Presley, uh, albums and the movie albums, the movie singles. Here it says side B, You'll Be Gone. And I like how it says on the bottom, now available at your dealer, Elvis's new 1965 complete catalog. So Elvis singles are a lot of fun. Picture sleeves are very nice. The 45 itself, I'm having trouble getting it out of the white sleeve now, actually. Uh, 45 is okay. Nothing great condition wise. Okay. But I wanted to add this to my Elvis 45 collection. It's an unusual title that I don't usually come across. And, everybody has fun when they kind of like tease about Elvis's movies. Well, this one just lends itself to teasing. Do the Clam. I like the song though, and it fits good in the movie. Okay, next I got for like $3 in shrink, Four Tops second album. Love those like original like price stickers on there from back in the '60s, or whenever. And of course, it's a Motown record. Uh, love Motown. Motown's one of my favorite music of all time. And again, this is not in excellent shape. That's why it's $3. I'd probably be paying more if it was in really better shape, maybe $10 or something like that, which I'd be happy to do. But for the price, I figured okay. Okay, now the last item I'm going to show here harks back to my days, 1983, when I was going to the clubs and I was dancing and I was partying and I had a great time with songs such as this. This is a 12-inch single, and it's the song Der Kommissar by After the Fire, not the one by Falco. This is the English version, not the German version. Sorry, I know you always get glare and stuff here. See the camera? I can see it. This is the long version. It's got the shorter version, but I like it because it's got the long version. I remember back in 1983 catching that long version at clubs, and I could never really get a hold of it. I had the 45, which was the shorter version, but now I've got the long version for only a couple of bucks. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm going to be doing a Beatles one soon too. If you haven't seen the Beatles one already, well, I don't know which order I'm going to put these in, either the Beatles one first or this one first. So either you're going to see it or you have seen it. Take care.